Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kazanthi here, and today we are building an underground home in Strangerville. So this lot is one of the grassy lots up on the cliff. You can see the name of the lot up on the left hand side of the screen. All the information about lot size and build price are in the description box down below as usual, so let's get on with the build. You can see that I have started off with 3 sort of skylight rooms. One is the entryway, 2 other ones are rooms just to help let in the light, but also to allows the sims who live here to go outside. I really struggled as well. I feel like this whole building, like ever since I built the A-frame, I feel like I've been struggling a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But I really struggled with the floor plan here, as I wanted to keep more of a round skylight area, but I didn't know how to connect the skylights up. I'm just calling them skylights for lack of a better word as well, just FYI. But I didn't know how to connect them up without making it just one big square. And then eventually I figured it out and just made like a little bit of a, like, yeah, a hallway between them, diagonal hallway between them, and that worked out really well. So this is essentially the end of the floor plan. I entertained the idea of spandrels, but it felt like it would block a lot of the view in gameplay, and I'm really glad I didn't go with these spandrels as well, because I think it would have ruined the aesthetic that I came to use just through my natural building process. It wasn't a plan, but essentially I end up making this a boho like aesthetic house. And how that came about was by using the Oasis Springs kit, which I rarely use, and I forgot how much fun like the build items are. I think they're so pretty. But yeah, I just thought boho theme was really good for this. It made a lot of sense, so why not? There I was just messing around with the skylight and trying to make it bigger, but it just didn't really work out. So I've put down all the archways, so all the rooms are interconnected by archways aside from the bathroom, which has a door, and then what is like the hallway is actually the kitchen dining area, and that's just open plan, kind of. Yeah. But yeah, you can see I'm just putting up some lighting now, so I go with like lanterns, wooden like, what do you call them, not chandeliers, oh my god, shades, wooden light shades, just because I felt that fit like the earthy, whimsical, well, not whimsical really, but the earthy, the earthy vibe of boho. Anywho, so we start off with the bathroom. This is the only bathroom in the build. It has got a shower, a toilet, and a sink. The shower is from Jungle Adventure, pretty sure. But I feel like it's more recent than that. It looks like really new and recent. I feel like it might be from For Rent, but I could be wrong. At first as well, I used the like Moroccan kind of inspired tiling. Oh no, I keep it actually. I just changed it to green swatch. At first I was going to try and use red. I think I mentioned in previous build recently that I really am not good with red. Oh yeah, it was in my random color generated house. Anyway. Yeah, red is not my thing. Maybe that'll be a challenge for me in the future, but this green, it worked really well, and I really adore this tile. And I actually also ended up using the new toilet from For Rent as well, which I've not done before, so I was quite excited with that. And no, I just thought it was like time to use it, so I did. Simple decisions. But yeah, you can also see I've used the Realm of Magic sink that has the peacock on it. I just, yeah, like that also I feel like peacocks are very much a boho chic thing. Can't explain it. It was like the butterfly is synonymous with Y2K culture. If that's the case, then the peacock is synonymous with boho chic. Bring back boho chic. Which technically is kind of coming back, which I'm kind of excited for. But anywho, we are on into the bedroom. So again, this is the only bedroom in the house. I end up going with... Where is this from? High school years or for rent? No, I think it's like high school years or something. Just can't remember what's from what pack anymore. But it's one of the newer packs and one of the EPs. It's so lovely. Again, just matched the vibes of boho chic perfectly. There's a lot of things that I think qualify for boho, unlike Art Deco. Art Deco is a nightmare on the catalogue. I wish I'd actually used the filtering feature on the catalogue for styles to see like what would come up, but hey ho, we're here now. Anywho, so what are we doing? We're just basically cluttering this area up. Yeah. I end up putting like a bit of exercise equipment here. Those are just like the book prints from the book nook kit, which I just wanted to keep them like neutral, and then I size up this print from Cats and Dogs, or painting maybe, I don't know. And then again, I just go for very like Mediterranean plants, very Mediterranean kind of ferns and frondly leafy things. And we have an easel in the bedroom. I've brought these dividers in from Spa Day and then just tiered them on top of one another to create a little bit of a custom moment in the wall. And then also, like, if you turned off the lights in this room, imagine the candles. Like, love it, love the vibes. And then these curtains from Island Living, at first I thought if I could figure out how to manipulate them with the tool mod, I would be able to like layer them like that. Instead, eventually I just size one up and have it hanging over the archway. But you can see here I'm just cluttering things up. So we've got like the elephant teapot, we've got some stuffed plushies, we've got just like shades and coffee and tissues, and then magazines and makeup and like bath salts. I think the bath salts actually don't stay. But just like these cute little whimsy things, try and make it a bit lived in but not overly cluttered. And there's the exercise equipment, more exercise equipment. And yeah, I think this flooring as well I use throughout the build eventually. Oh, and I size up this giraffe statue from Decor to the Max. Here we go with the curtains. Now I'm just sizing, I just couldn't figure it out, and I can't remember how to move things. I need to just watch a tutorial with the tool mod because I can't remember how to use it. It's been like a couple of years. But yeah, eventually I just get rid of the two on, yeah, there we go. Is clipping through the floor, but we'll ignore that. So yeah, there we go. I've just carried through the flooring now, and then I tried to at first make a custom floor like kitchen tile with the Decor to the Max kit, but it wasn't giving. So do I stay with this white herringbone? Chevrons, is that what it's called? Or is herringbone I don't know. I'll Google later. Oh, maybe I'll Google now. Damn it. I'm gonna Google. Herringbone tile. Yeah, that is herringbone. I am right. She's right. Okay, she's right. And then I've used Jungle Adventure to just have a little bit more of a plaster effect. And then the paranormal stuff pack, I use that little flowery wallpaper from there and just the white swatch, because again I feel like sort of like delicate leafy plants and flowers. Wow, this is a long pause. Clearly I went somewhere. Those are very boho to me. And then we've brought in the Tomarang for rent. Keep referring to packs by their world names and not their pack name. It's very confusing. The for rent countertops and overhead cabinets. These are perfect because of the way the cabinets have the hexagonal sort of, well, it's technically a pentagon, but this diamond shape and beautiful, amazing. The overhead cabinets that are diamond shaped, those are actually outer corner cabinets, so they're really hard to get to where you want them to be, and they don't line up properly, which is why I use the dividers from, is it City Living? I think it's City Living, but I use those dividers just to bridge the gap, literally, between the cabinets. So that's why that's there. And then this is just me rifling through debug and getting sidetracked. Sorry, she's yawning. I'm doing this at like almost 10 p.m. and I've got work tomorrow. We're vibing. It's okay. Wow, I'm going through debug for so long and achieving nothing. Why is this like 90% of my build process? I started speeding up my videos a bit to be quicker. So like instead of speeding them up 3 times, I'm speeding up like 5 or 6. Just because it saves so much time editing. But there are some drawbacks, and the drawbacks are that I miss moments where I'm just paused for a really long amount of time. So I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, we can see that I am just cluttering up the kitchen, and then these trellises from Romantic Garden I just placed outside. Got like the cookbook from Home Chef Hustle. I always forget like the name of that pack. And then I brought in the large chest from Horse Ranch. We've got loads of plants. Oh, and the cow plant, I don't know, just felt like boho-y. It just did. Feels right. If it feels right, you gotta do it. And then these little macrame curtains I end up putting on the archways for the rest of the living space. It's just nice to use something different instead of, I always use the island living curtains. They're just like, I don't know, I find them so perfect. They're so pretty and delicate, and I love the way that they are they're like, they're not transparent, but they're not opaque, you know? Don't know what the word for that is. But anyway, so with this pergola that is from Wedding Stories, I have just raised it up and then sized it up a tiny bit to give a bit of cover. So essentially that skylight area, that outdoor area where I put the pergola over, that is essentially the garden. And it's kind of a vibe. We'll get to it later, but it is a vibe. Anywho, so I just bring in this table from Movie Hangout stuff, which I feel like I'm using a lot recently. Like, it's just surprisingly good. Yeah. Even though it doesn't really, like, gameplay-wise, meh. But, like, just build mode-wise, surprisingly good. And I'm building in a lot of aesthetic styles that it matches, so I just keep using it. Yeah. Couldn't really explain it. Anywho. And then I just went with a bit of an eclectic mix of chairs, and some of the chairs are from Wedding Stories, so they've got plants on the back, and I don't know, I just thought it would be cute. With this little area, so I size up these curtains again, and then we make a spandrel with the spandrels, well, one of the spandrels that come with Oasis Springs, and then I just add another pair of curtains as well to finish up the look. A lot of it is clipping together, so if that bugs you, do just delete it. Personally, I don't mind clipping so much. If I'm playing my game, I don't really notice it too much, But fun thing is these curtains are completely functional. Like your sim can walk through them just fine. It doesn't make an issue at all. And then just finishing up the dining area with some fairy lights. My brain is literally, I can feel it slowing down. And then just to cover up the posts of the fairy lights, I brought in the pillars from Oasis Springs again. And now we are on into the living area. So I start off by placing down the paranormal desk, and then I change it to the one from high school years, just because it has the same aesthetic but is much larger, and I thought that would be technically not more useful because it doesn't make a difference in terms of gameplay, but I just prefer a larger desk. At the moment I'm dealing with a very tiny one that I had at uni, and I just haven't replaced it yet, and it's actually like half of it's being held together with duct tape. Anywho, so I'm pretty sure this piano is from, I think it's Horse Ranch, but I'm probably wrong. But I just thought that was really cute to put in because it's like, it's vintage and it's just really aesthetic and it's cute. These shells are from Machino, and I thought I think the sole reason I put it down, honestly, was because of the plant. And I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm not mad about it. I'm gonna be truthful about my reasonings. But yeah, I liked also the fact that it's got like record players and stuff. Do I put a record player in here? We will see. I can't remember. But yeah, and then we're just going for a little bit more of an eclectic mix of couches even, but all pink again. Oh, and I add a little cat bowl in the kitchen, and then a litter tray outside in the garden area. And then we are just bringing in some rugs. Yeah, we just go with, I think that larger one's definitely from Pastel Pop Kit, but I can't remember where the one with the sweets is from. I feel like it's toddler stuff. Oh, and then the holographic table, because why not? And the penguin TV, because why not? Why not? And then, yeah, the stereo I bring in is very Art Deco, but it's done now. It was pink. I just was like putting pink things down. I love the color pink, and it will be in every build. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To be fair though, that kitchen is blue, and that bedroom is very neutral toned. It's only this room that's pink, but there will always be like one room or one predominant feature that's pink. I'm not mad about it. It was very easy to do the Barbie core apartment. That's not like that was like the easiest build it took me like, I don't even know, like maybe 40 minutes. I don't know. But anyway, I've just finished up the entranceway with the Courtyard Oasis kit tiling and fountain. And now we are moving back into the final area of the living room. So I bring in this fake fireplace. I had completely forgotten about it, and I saw someone else fill it up with plants, but then that just wasn't working for me. I couldn't find the right plants, so I grabbed the Bougainvillea creeper and just love it. Love it. Love the vibes, love the idea. It was just so fun. It made all the difference to me. And then just in this remaining space, I think I do add this little, what would you call that? I don't know. Framed fabric there, and then I add the curtains here, but in that last space that's empty, I do just put I think it's just a seat. I don't think there's much else going on, like maybe a seat and a table. She's rifling through debug again. She's going for it. She's trying to find something. Can I remember what she's trying to find? No. There we go. There's the seat. Oh, 2 seats. Slay. Friends. I know the curtain rods are poking through, but don't worry. It's gonna get fixed. Don't worry. I swear. It's gonna get fixed. It's gonna be fixed. Again, I'm getting distracted and I go back and I clutter some things up. I'm just fixing up the lighting as well, because at first it was quite dark, and then like I think I realized it was because of the time of day my game was set to. So I had like layered up some lights to make it brighter, and then I just didn't want that. I didn't want that anymore, so I got rid of it. Anywho, you can see now that I have covered up the curtain rods, and I'm adding a lot of debug stones from Strangerville that match the surrounding area, and then a lot of the plants I am now using are also debug. So the landscaping didn't cost a thing, but the build is still very expensive, and I'm really not sorry because I loved it. I love it. When am I ever sorry? I don't know. But yeah, you can see I'm just putting like I'm literally just layering things up and seeing what works basically, but like there's a cacti and just trying to make it blend in with the surrounding foliage and landscape so that it looks as if there weren't a house there. Okay, so now I think we are coming towards the end of the build. I'm just going to finish up by doing these two outdoor spaces. So this, like I said earlier, is essentially the garden. We've got the trellises, and then I added in the other ivy trellises. This little archway, I thought that there was a also, like, it's a debug item, and I thought there was a debug piece of ivy that went over it, but I couldn't find it, so I just decided to just stick the bench there, and then you could imagine it. And then I just size up this little leaf wood carving from Eco Lifestyle, put a little tapestry there just to give a space a little bit of something to look at when you're sitting down. And then this other outdoor area is a meditation, basically it's just, yeah, a meditation space. So I put loads of vines and creepers up, and then there's just the yoga mat and the meditation chair, and then the final touch is just putting in these trees. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one next week, and all the info is in the description down below. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.